Are you coughing on your fucking mustache flavor over there?
You like this?
I mean, it looks a little Pedro, but
Well, mustache ride.
I don't hate it.
I love it.
Do you?
I just don't like it's red. Fuck. I hate it.
I thought
That's
some
red.
period blood on it.
Yeah.
No? I didn't know.
Dark red. No, it sucks. It gets up in my
Got
nostrils.
some fucking linings on that son of a bitch.
And it's hard to trim. Like I don't understand how people have like those awesome mustaches. Like I know you can use you can use like earwax to do the ends and curl them up.
Earwax.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get some normal shit like I don't know, beard balm? Why do you gotta go to earwax?
Well, you're saying I should throw my earwax containers out? I've been selling that shit.
Dude's got a
mustache.
abnormally large buildup of earwax. He's a fucking millionaire.
Use them
over
on
here.
boots.
Dude, I got a photo because my wife hates it of like I used a Q-tip in my ear and there's this big glob of earwax on it.
Gross.
That I send her every now and then. Dude, I'm fucking disgusting.
You're not supposed to use Q-tip.
That's
It
what
just
they
jams
say.
that shit back in there, dude. It makes it so much worse.
One time I went into the doctor for like I think I had like an eye infection and
It's probably from that mustache seeping up in that motherfucker.
they're looking in my
The
ears.
blood's real, bud.
They're looking in my ears and she's like, God damn. Like, do you want us to clean your ears too while you're here? Can you hear me right now? It's
You're
basically
trying
what
to
she
get
said.
fucking hearing aids because you just never clean your ears.
I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. And the reason I let it build up is because in college I used to play in this little fucking band and the drums are always fucking loud. Like, I don't know what it is with the cymbal. Like, they have to hit that cymbal.
This is like,
But they said the earwax helps your eardrum, so helps it like protect it. And I was like, fuck that. I'm just buying
dude,
fucking.
they made these things a long time ago called earplugs. And you can just put them right in your ear. And check this shit out, right? It
Long time
dampens
ago in a
it
galaxy
dampens
far,
the
far
fucking
away.
sound,
That's
buddy.
pussy
Like,
shit, man.
they're getting fucking
Fucking
constant
earplugs.
ear infections. I don't know why I always fucking head hurts.
Dude, but when she put that fucking, so it's like a peroxide water mix and it fucking back and forth. Oh, dude, it felt so good. And the cup just oozed and filled up with fucking.
It's called irrigation.
Yeah, it looked like
Irrigation.
I looked like a maple tree, and the Canadian just stuck me, and it was just drew oozing out syrup and shit, man. It was.
How have
felt
you
good.
never cleaned your fucking ears?
I don't know how you're supposed to. Like, you're not supposed to put a Q-tip in, right?
Nope.
There you go.
Okay, but 99% of people do.
I ain't fucking neti potting that shit.
You're one of those little fucking like booger fucking suck out things like kids have and just sit in there.
Oh God, no.
No, I mean,
Nah,
no.
dude. That's how you rupture your eardrum.
No, you're pulling out. You're not going in. You know the game.
Oh no, what?
What?
I gotta suck that back out.
Ball game strong with this one. Ears.
No, dude, but you have to. You have to go in and get your ears cleaned sometimes. It's just what it is. But that irrigation.
Whoa, hold on.
Or buy
They,
the ears.
they have these big syringes. They're huge.
We need to call a fucking timeout on this real quick.
Hey, dude.
What?
You're telling me both you sons of bitches had to go in and get your ears professionally cleaned?
Not like she.
Is this like you go to like get your nails done? Like, hey, by the way, can you suck that shit out of my ears
I
too?
went for an ear or an eye infection, and they looked in my ear like they do to see.
Where they check every one of your holes too?
They
You
check
see that
every
asshole?
hole.
Oh my god, that's plugged.
Yeah. And
Ear, eyes, nose, and throat. They check it every time. They
Every
just
time.
put a little whoop, whoop, whoop. You're good to go.
but
You're my sex man.
She's like, God damn, can you hear me right now? I was like, yeah, I can hear you. Like, do you want to
You're over there signing back.
clean your ears? I'm like, sure.
It's fucking wild though when they do that, when they irrigate
God, it
it.
feels good.
All of a sudden, it sounds like it's like woo. It's like this. It's the most crazy feeling ever when your ear gets like unblocked. The sounds you feel like fucking Spider-Man. Dude,
Yeah, you fucking hear, yeah.
I can hear a queef from a mile away.
can hear the ant over there walking. What the fuck was that?
yeah, dude. It's fucking wild, dude. It's totally crazy.
I'm just curious, like, where's it come from? You know,
What do you mean?
like earwax.
Jesus?
Like snot mucus kind of comes from what, a gland? I don't know, like saliva. Like, so you got like an earwax gland in your ear that just leaking fucking earwax.
Well,
What's the protective or I
It's
can't even think of the
keep
fucking
bugs out and shit, right? Earwax.
No, I think it is.
I don't know, dude.
I think it is to protect your eardrum, right? Like it coats your eardrum so that way, it doesn't have issues.
Yeah. Can it stop coating once it's good? It's just...
Well, I don't remember any kind of like protective barrier coming out of my dick hole trying to protect that fucking thing from STDs.
Chupacabra, dude.
Yeah, what are we talking about here? What's coming out that?
You gotta watch out for the.
I'm a constant leaker. What do you mean you're a constant leaker?
Oh god, in the earwax, it smells so bad.
Oh, dude,
you can't help but smell
foul,
it though, every
dude.
time. You're just like, nope, not any better. It's still, and it tastes horrible. Oh,
it tastes horrible. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
It tastes very sour.
I mean, I can see that being the case. I wonder if it changes on the sounds of music that you listen to.
Dude, that's not a bad idea. Like, all right, you listen to this.
It's kind of like that movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? You're yelling at plants and shit, and they're dying, but if you play classical music, they grow.
Yeah, I showed my brother.
Do that with your earwax.
I showed my brother this video of this Japanese guy that would, he would do, he had 3 different gallons of water set up. And one, he would send negative shit to it. He'd walk in every day and be like, fuck all. And then the other one, he'd be like, hey, how you doing? And then the other
How
one.
come he lost his accent when he was being nice?
The other one, he'd be like, hey, just like normal greetings. And then he would take he'd put it under electric
Normal
scope.
greens, getting a fucking
Or
postcard?
whatever. And he would look at the water crystal, and in the water, like the one that got fucking yelled at and called, was like, fuck you all the time, was all like deformed and shit. And the one that was like all happy and caressed was like, it was
the
like,
Mr. Roboto one?
Yeah, it looked all fucking, it looked fucking.
Show up, Joey, I'm caressing my water.
It looked really fucking nice. And basically he was going on to say like humans are 75% water. So you send energy to people and it does affect you kind of thing. My brother was like, that's fucking stupid. But that's why when we were going to do the brewery, I was going to hook up surround sound and play like different types of music. Because like, I mean, it's got to be true.
Yeah, don't be playing Adele in there. Your beer will be sad as fuck, dude.
Everyone's taking one sip and just crying. Like, yes! Well, Metallica does that with their whiskey.
Yeah,
I know. They got it from me, fuckers.
Well, you never did it, so technically it's not.
Yeah, what? I put it when
He's over there fucking...
When we were brewing beer, I'd put it like it always had music playing, like to the type of beer we were
Teletubby
This guy
theme
has
song.
a million mental patents out there. They're just not legit.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, sure.
Like Dan Aykroyd's vodka, he runs it over real diamonds.
Oh, I thought it was be like over cocaine.
He did say diamonds, baby. They're called rocks for a reason.
Yeah, I guess purifies it, pure carbon.
So whatever other holes do you get fucking drilled out over here? What else are you saving?
I don't know. When are you supposed to sign up for that colonoscopy shit?
I think 40. Yeah,
I've been like, the internet knows my age. I've been getting that Cologuard commercial all the time where the little box walks around and be like, hey, you want to take a dump in me and mail it off?
We're talking about mail order brides over here?
You want to
Take her back! Take her back!
What is it, 50? You're supposed to get that shit?
I think they moved
Or
to 40.
Yeah,
40?
I think it's younger now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're supposed to get your poop hole cleaned out at 40.
I think my dad just had one of those. Oh, man, I
For
can't.
the first time.
No. I
He
think
probably likes it.
goes in
I gotta go back in, and they did it wrong. Like, you were just there last month, Dad.
Well, some new shit popped up.
All the prunes he eats probably squirts that shit right up.
It's crazy. It's like one of those fucking tubes. It's like an accordion. And then they just fucking ram that shit in your butt.
Yeah, and they see little polyps and they cut them off.
I want to see the guy that walks in there and he's like, okay, we're going to put you under. He's like, no, you just give it to me now straight. Yeah.
Give it, Daddy.
Oh! I don't know.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat for like 3 days. Take some mag citrate, shit your guts out, get it all clean. Be like, fuck that. You're going in, baby. You're going to find some shit.
Well, dude, I remember
that scope's coming out poop filled.
When I heard about this like 10 years ago or so, like everyone in Hollywood, all the females and shit were constantly doing that as like a dietary program. Like, oh, we go in like every other month to get our ass clean. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
bleaching it? Or?
No. Getting the colonoscopy.
Oh.
Sucking all that dead shit out of there, keeping that body weight down, son.
What's the one where they send the water up your ass?
That's a butt chug.
Like they douche your ass.
It's called second year of college.
There was that. Do it.
Plunge.
Yeah, you can go and get your ass cleaned by water. Like they shoot it up, like kind of like the ears,
Like
and then
a bidet,
the shit
dude.
floats around.
Like a bidet.
But it goes up in there.
I don't know.
It's $1 million idea right here.
You say you don't know, dude. You love it, dude. You love shit up your ass. Don't pretend like you don't.
There's Aaron again jumping off the cliff with his asshole spread.
Knuckle deep.
I do my human bidets all the time. Summertime, baby, it's me.
Dude.
Balls tucked.
Peeing in there making mustard.
Yep, you know it. Soft serve.
You know me. That was the first. That is the sponsor that I want us to sponsor. Our very first one.
Blow?
That bidet one. I forget what it was called. I don't know if they're still around, but you hook it up. It's like a little toilet seat that you hook it up to your.
Those things are like heaven.
And you just fucking hit the button.
Nice warm water, a little scented talcum powder.
Yeah.
A little soft kiss against your asshole.
gentle air. Just drying that shit out.
Blow drying that motherfucker down.
A little butt cologne as you leave.
Dude, yeah, dude. It's fantastic.
Well, keep hoping that Preparation H is going to fucking get on board with this and start sponsoring this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
My ass is chapped, baby. No, get over here.
Preparation H Pro toilet paper, because that's what chaps your ass and shit. You rip them veins out. And then
well, again, that's what we've always said. Like, it's different when you fucking make money. You can pay for that fucking tin ply. Yeah. You know, you're wiping with a goddamn cloud compared to that fucking peasant paper.
I use
peasant paper.
You don't even give that to your worst enemies. You gotta wipe your ass and you poke through, and now you're 2 fingers in your ass. Like, oh, where's the bidet?
Yeah, 10% of my toilet paper is used to clean my ass.
I thought you were gonna say reused. I was like, what?
Whoa, dude.
We recycle here.
90% of it protects my hand. Nobody's really taught how to wipe their ass. Like, is this
that hand protection's
no.
Ball it up.
Females are, males aren't. They're like, just your dad's like, yeah, just make sure it's clean when you come out.
Like, who's folding the square? Like, I don't know who does that. If I fold the square, it's just gonna get stuck, and and there goes my hand. Like, I had to ball it up.
Dude, you guys are hitting on a great
and then you got a
school story right now.
Oh God,
what do you got?
Oh God, dude. So back in the day, one of our nameless compatriots from way back, the old DL, his grandpa told me the most fucked up story I've ever heard in my life, dude. So he grew up in Germany, and he met this French woman. He's like, oh, dude, she was so hot, man. Oh, she was so great. Well, apparently, French chicks back in the day, I mean, we all know they had huge bushes, just like my beard, just fucking,
under the armpits.
Crazy shit, dude. And
you gotta keep the vermin out.
Apparently, she wiped from the front.
Oh.
She wiped from the back to the front. So he's like, when I went down there, it just smelled like shit, dude. So homegirl was not taught how to wipe, dude.
Oh, man.
Well, and that's what you get. Third world countries, third world wipes.
I'm always in the lead doctor. Oh, that's German. Getting my vagina checked out. I always got
I'd have won the war, UTI. But you fucking lost the hygiene.
The French always fucking around, dude. Just up to no good,
so
man.
Fucking weird.
I like that shit. Who knows?
Oh my God!
Dude,
can you imagine going down there and go to town and you're just like, just fucking tasting some shit, dude. Did you have a peanut butter jelly?
It's in a Mars bar melt down here. What the fuck?
You have a croissant?
I mean, I get why people had fucking pubes back in the day and shit,
Because they didn't have razors,
right? But I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. Like, Jeeves fetch me my weed whacker, like that fucking thing. It's like, just give me a hole in the wall somewhere. I'll take the fucking gander on the glory hole. Like, who knows if it's a man or a female? But
oh man, well they didn't know what disease and shit was back then. They're just like, fuck
got
it.
This fucking crotch lobsters cruising around. just fucking suns out, buns out. You know what I mean?
Just go to the church, do the north, south, east, west. You're cleansed. You're good. Moving on.
Dip your balls in some holy water.
And then someone's like, no, there's microorganisms.
I'm here to exorcise the demon.
Off with his head.
Dickhead. Yeah, I don't
surprised he was complaining though. I thought Germans like asshole and shit like that and eating it and everything. So
I mean, eating ass and then eating shit are two different things. But bro,
tell us more.
You bring up a great point, dude. You bring up one of the things I actually wanted to talk about today. Thank God. I'm gonna hold this little guy up right here.
Oh God,
that's
his penis.
Dude. It's a little meme that I saw, and it says, if you ever looked around the back of section of Spencer's growing up, you probably eat ass now. Spencer's Gifts, dude. One of the greatest stores of all time for just the most nonsense bullshit.
Well, the best thing is you'd walk in there and you'd be like, okay, I'm looking for some funny t-shirt, something to give as like a gag gift, And then they had kind of cool like board games. But then they had the fucking deep dive down of the people who like, I live at Spencer's. And then you'd always see them showing up, fucking getting ready to black Jinko jeans that are so big you can fit a fucking school bus into them. 20 piercings. It was like, all right, what are they doing out here? Where do they get engaged today, Joe?
They just cycle back and forth between Spencer's and Hot Topic because they were typically right next to.
Well, it's always one fat goth chick with a one skinny goth guy. Yeah. He's like 6'2" and she's like 4'9". I'll admit, I
used to shop at Hot Topic because I thought I was in a band, so I bought all the fucking dumbass fucking Led Zeppelin shirts and the fucking Pink Floyd shit. And
you do know a band is plural, right? You gotta have other people playing with it. He's just out at his guitar in his fucking front yard.
I tried.
I'm in a band.
My brother was on keys, and then he just went off to some Beethoven shit. I'm like, bro, like, that shit died years ago. Come on, man. Still around, but
dude, I saw a video the other day. It was this Asian kid, playing Beethoven's Fifth with a mixture of Winter Sonata, and he fucking plays them at the same time.
Winter Sonata?
Sonata.
Oh.
And dude, it was fucking
That's
cool.
like the Kia car, the Sonata.
Right. I did say he was Asian. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll have to bring it up and show you guys later. But it was pretty interesting. If you had a stick man with a laptop, he could bring it up and play it right now.
I'm good. Damn it. To save our listeners.
Fire him!
Dude, growing up, all heavy hair metal bands for sure. I was into that 80s fucking AC/DC type shit music.
If you're listening to Skid Row.
Yeah.
Little Sebastian Bach.
My parents didn't listen to the radio in the car. If you turn the radio on in the car, you get yelled at, if not alone hit too with it. Like, fuck, touch the radio, turn that shit off.
I want to listen to your mom gagging.
Just choking on it up front.
You'll know one day, boys.
Dad, you might be a little more happy if you had some music in your life,
I can never see your dad listening to music of any kind, any sort.
You never will.
No.
I mean,
he's lost in his own thoughts.
He's got his country music on now that he plays. And that's
let's play an NPR over there.
Hold on.
That's all he's like. That's all we're listening to.
Let's tell the listeners why he's only playing country now.
It's like the old school country.
But why is he doing it now?
I don't know.
You do know.
Why?
Because of his Farmers Only account.
Oh, yeah.
So he's trying to get good in with the locals.
Trying to figure out, trying to do the whatever that dance is, the line dance.
You're going to come home one day and he's going to have like some hay bales and some corn stalks planted out there.
This is what they mean by Brokeback
He's going to be taking pictures of himself out there with his suspender, his overalls, and his
pitchfork. He's the original painting, motherfucker.
I was there when they made it. Fuck. Farmers Only. Online dating. Fucking A. What a scam that is. Did you guys do much of the online dating at all?
No.
Just to see what was in the area.
Like the tip, he said.
Right. I think I jumped on there for a short second and tried it, but I think the only one was like what?
Pussy.
I almost said OnlyFans. OnlyFans online dating. I can't get a date.
This guy's on J-Date over here, dude.
I don't know what that is, but
Jewish date.
Jewish date. Yeah. My nose may not be big, but my dick sure is.
I thought of an OnlyFans account today when I was cleaning. It's just like me wearing a thong, like fucking vacuuming and doing the
bush
dishes,
hanging out
and doing women's work, and they're just like, "Holy shit, he's doing the dishes." He's picking up the kids on time. It's like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm telling you, dude?
Fuck that feet shit. Just fucking vacuum a rug.
I mean,
you want to see a pussy squirt? Woo!
your profile will be all guys.
Yeah, that's called Grindr.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, Joe, take it off. Get that apron off.
Oh my God.
But I mean, would you do it? Like, if you knew, say, 90% of the clientele on your OnlyFans, if you're not showing dick or jacking off into a cup or whatever you're gonna do, cleaning your ears.
Dude,
what kind of cup are you talking?
I should clean my ears and just have it pour out. People would watch that. They watch Pimple Popper.
Right?
Oh fuck, that's gross. Dude.
That's what I'm saying though. If we, but it's 90% guys sitting here watching you fucking cruise around your house.
Dude, as long as I didn't know who was watching, I didn't care.
Okay, dude.
It's a $1 billion fucking industry.
Until we go and look at his inbox and these guys are sending him messages and he's replying. What else do you want to know? Put your Crocs on.
$20 go private. Okay.
No shit. I mean, the money's there. It might not be a bad idea, dude. Yeah. Just saying. I'll start one like OnlyFans, and then we each just put our own shit up there to just see what happens.
I've yet to be on that website. I keep meaning to go on there just to see what it looks like.
The crazy thing is it's not really a website. You have to like subscribe to a specific.
Yeah, you need to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, you have to know like. it can be really confusing if you're fucking around with it.
Do you have to pay to be on there? Like if 3 Shots Podcast were to do an OnlyFans?
No, but we would charge like either like a monthly subscription or
like a per content. Like,
we're
going to show this picture.
Maybe.
So then people follow us for free.
$5 to remove the bunny.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big old dick right there.
Step 1, you cut a hole in the bunny.
Step 2, put the carrot in the bunny. No, I think why not, dude? I mean, how come we can't be out here making fucking gobs of money?
Making moves, dude.
Yeah. It's like, I got some cute fucking feet, man. I'll throw those bitches up there right now. I
do not.
I got no hair on these feet, dude. If I dolled them up, people probably think they were females. Minus how wide they are.
There's probably a lot of dudes on Feet Finder that are doing that shit, dude. Fucking straight up.
I've been thinking about it. Fuck yeah. I'll send him a pair of panties too. I'll buy some fucking panties and
your lady's gonna wear them as I work out. Why are all these weird fucking women's shoes in the closet? Shut up, bitch. I'm doing Feet Finder.
She keeps asking me, Aaron, did you take my shoes again? What are you talking about? I'm walking around in stilettos.
You got all this nail polish?
Yeah. Have you seen the purple nail polish? Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, until I go to fucking jiu-jitsu and start rolling, and everyone's like, what the fuck is up with this quick?
I've seen those feet.
Everybody's like, God,
you're just walking around in sandals.
Do you do 224? Fuck!
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, that shit's fucking wild, dude. The money people make from that shit is just fucking bananas, dude.
Seriously, man. Just to donate money to people that are like either doing that or playing video games is crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't get it. And they can't even pay us.
I was just
pay us.
I mean, I don't mind. I'll watch it, but I've never thought about like, you know what? I should give $5 so I can have a comment pop up on this stream right now.
Just from the say your name.
Yeah, if they'll even say it. It's like, dude, people need that fucking like
Joey Ugly Feet chiming in. Hey, what's up, bro?
Joey Two Toes. What the fuck happened to your 4 feet or your 4 toes?
I love it.
Yeah, I saw
Joey Planner's warts. What?
Yeah, dude.
Well, I wonder if we did that though, and we went under the 3 shots. If they would say it on their platform, like on Twitch.
3 feet.
3 feet. 3 feet deep.
You just put like a fucking like a little face on your foot, and you're just up here like doing a podcast with feet. Guess what I stepped in the other day? Fucking.
Can you tell by the squish? Is it dog poop or is it cat poop?
Oh God.
Nope, it's your son's poop.
It was my poop.
Joke's on you. Yeah, no. I think though there should be some money made in that, and we should capitalize on it somewhere somehow. So I got to show an asshole every once in a while. Whatever, dude.
Fucking touch that bunghole.
I mean, I've never even seen mine, so I might as well pay for something to look at it. Like, I mean, like honestly.
What's it look like?
I know you've been up in the fucking bathroom with the spreading the cheeks in the mirror like, there it is.
I'm just sitting completely up in our walk-in mirror.
There you are, little guy.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, it's bleached. What the fuck?
There's not that much hair as I thought.
I saw a meme and it was fucking great, dude. It was like, you're down eating this girl out and she lets out a little fart and you go, shh, you're next, little buddy.
Don't you worry.
You just put your finger right up to it.
Next. Oh, dude. There was this great one I saw the other day on the Feet Finder thing and
wait, hold on. Slow down.
No. It was
You're on Feet Finder.
No. It was a meme and this girl
I can backtrack.
This girl went to her mom and she's like, I bought you the Mercedes you've always wanted. And the mom's like, oh my God, how did you afford this? How did you do this? And she goes, I've secretly been taking pictures of your feet when you're doing manicures and you're on the couch, and I've been doing it for a year, and I made you enough money to pay cash for this thing. And the mom was like, what the fuck? You've been taking pictures of my feet? She just went fucking crazy, dude. It was fantastic.
Well, that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all, dude.
Showing your, vagina and dick and all that stuff.
Well, I hope she wouldn't be getting pictures of her mom's scooter to post online.
Hey, Mom, will you pick that up for me real quick? Click. What was that? Nothing. Run away.
It's like all the. It's like
it's a Polaroid.
It's It's like everything you see nowadays. It's like, oh, you know, stepbrother or stepmom or stepsister fell into the fucking washing and drying machine. It's like,
they can easily get the fuck out.
What is with the step stuff? Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, I slid in. Oh, fuck. Oh, how did that happen?
Oh, you're stuck in there. Let me just lift your dress up. Who the fuck does laundry in a dress in the first place?
You know? With no underwear.
Right. Gotcha. I don't know. I knew a couple families that were steps, and they had some banging fucking girls, though. A couple of them. You're like, I wish I was your step brother, because we're just building bunk beds.
So much room for activities.
I said no power tool. Oh, trust me, it's not a power tool, Dad. Until it is.
Fuck.
Oh, man. So we got a big NFL weekend coming up. Fucking AFC and NFC championship. There's a lot of bullshit going on about this AFC game. Have you seen the buzz?
Nope.
No? So I saw a few reels, and basically the guy's name is Mike Smith. He's the head referee for the AFC game, and they handpicked him to do the AFC game.
Well, don't they handpick everybody for the playoffs?
No.
Or your crew gets a certain buzz, like
but
some bullshit?
Apparently this guy was selected that he was going to be the AFC one. Like, it was, you're going to do the AFC game. And the controversy behind it is this fucking guy is he's a homer, but in the wrong way. He fucking hammers on home teams.
Nice.
Where's the game?
Kansas City, I think?
Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
So the league average, I think it said, was 54% of home teams win games. When this guy refs, 40% of the time home teams win.
Oh, really?
So this guy hammers on it, and they were going through all the, like, this dude went a fucking deep dive of stats and was just calling out all this shit on this guy. And so
motherfuckers can get lynched before we even get out there on Sunday.
But basically, the thing about it is
hopefully it wasn't black. It was just joke people.
He is. Fuck! But the thing is that the NFL wants a fucking Kansas City Chiefs in there because they want this Taylor Swift bullshit. Right? They want the Swiftie Super Bowl because the ratings for the Bills Chiefs game last week was the highest viewed.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Game.
I hate that shit.
And so,
but do we honestly think it was because of Taylor Swift?
Oh, Kelsey was up there too.
Yeah, but I mean, most definitely. Yes. She has increased the ratings for the Chiefs because all these Swiftie people now want to watch the Chiefs.
But she's not doing anything, dude. She's getting stuffed by fucking Kelsey's brother up in the booth.
Like, yeah, man. She's like bigger than Beatlemania. These Swiftie fans like need to get a life. Like,
which is so funny, dude. I saw this photo on here and I couldn't find it again. I was really pissed. I was looking through my thing and I couldn't find it, but it showed like her in a fucking park and it had a big sign and it said Taylor Swift on it and there were like 5 people in it, and then it showed her in Raymond James Stadium with the thing fucking sold out, and it's like, never give up on your dreams, which is like, I thought she was a joke country pop star, and then all of a sudden she's like fucking the biggest name
and I don't know why.
I don't either.
The only time I heard her is when
she's like the female version of Bieber.
Yeah, the only
started young and then fucking just kept going. She's like 33 now, ain't she, or something like that?
No clue.
I don't know. MTV had this thing they'd have artists play with like their favorite bands, and hers was Def Leppard, and I was like, oh fuck, I like Def Leppard. That is the only time. And
last time some Taylor on me.
You're right. She's 34.
Okay.
That I heard her sing, but that was like when her famous song was like "Love Story."
Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you do.
I guarantee you.
I mean, I have to hear. I can't name you one title of her fucking songs.
That's the only one I know. And then she did something with like Kendrick
Lamar. Now she put out a fucking porno. I'd watch it. Kelsey, you heard it her first, buddy.
I don't know. No, no.
You don't have to do.
She's too.
You don't have to do Taylor Swift and Step Brothers.
Gross.
You do Taylor Swift with the Kelsey brothers, and we fucking turn this into a thing.
Looking like a night walker. No. Gross.
I don't know, man. Who knows? I've never seen her naked. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
well,
Swift.
She tried to be naked.
We'll make sure we tag her in this so she knows what to do.
She tried to be naked, like when she goes on stage. She's all confident. She got out of like country shit, and now she's like into that hip hop Beyonce type fucking shit.
Well, I mean,
I think she always has been, hasn't she?
Well, no, she was a country star early on, but
she wore dresses and shit.
She's like anybody, right? Like. You go where,
and he wore pants.
If you're in the entertainment industry or music biz, you go where the people are going to pay you, right? Like, look at fucking Jelly Roll, dude. that dude was like a rapper before, and now he's a fucking...
Is that that one hit song? Yeah.
Yeah, now he's like a country fucking legend, dude. Like, the people love this guy. Right. And it's,
But let's look at this, though. Like I said about Taylor Swift having sex with the Kelseys and making a porno out of it. Look who Jelly Roll's married to.
Yeah, Bunny, porno star.
Porn star. So, see what I'm saying? Obviously, if you want to make some cash in this game, get after it, Swift.
But, you know, I mean, it just is... It's just crazy to me that, like... You look at that, and that's, you know, the NFL wants that. You know, the NFL doesn't want the Super Bowl that every American wants. The fucking Ravens versus the fucking Lions, right? Like, that's who I want to see. I want the.
Well, as long as the Lions make it, I don't care. I won't watch it if the Lions don't make it. Like, I really might as well root for the team that hasn't won it yet. Everyone else there has won it, been there.
Well, it's kind of like the Marco Polo thread we had going on with some other people. It was.
Yeah,
you know, everything's fucking rigged in the NFL. I was like, and I bet you there are games that are swayed one way or another.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the whole thing can be set up that way. Like, okay, this year in 2024, this is who we want in the championship. Like, it's still football. You're still trying to get 53 guys going at the same time to make that happen. I mean, a couple big plays can change a close game, sure. But I don't know. It'd be hard to kind of dive that far into it. You would still think that motherfuckers want to play.
It's just that. Well, yeah, it's just betting on. It's just betting on the spread. Like, just bet on who.
I mean, Pete Rose gets fucked over, and he's one position. Now you're telling me these 22 guys are throwing a game?
Well, I was trying to argue, like, all right, your defense has been fucking killing them all fucking game, and you're up by, like, say 8 points, 7 points, say a touchdown, whatever. And there's like 45 seconds or minute 10 left on the clock, and they have one timeout. Why did they go into the prevent defense?
Why do you throw an interception,
Just
Jordan
fucking play defense like you've been playing all fucking game. And then it's like 2 passes in the prevent defense, and they're already fucking crossed their center thing, and they're in the field goal range.
What's the center thing?
I was just going to say the same thing. You know, the halfway mark on the field.
You know, the 50 yard thing in the stuff.
There's like a line
the 50
there.
yard line. And it's like, oh, shit. They threw 3 passes, and they're already fucking down here in the red zone now. It's like, no shit, because you've been fucking sending everybody fucking back there like they're going to throw a Hail Mary. Like, how many Hail Marys have ever been completed in football?
Well,
and
people
actually
say
won?
The Packers completed a shit ton.
Like, do they
Catholics
even do
have been saying them for years, so I'm pretty sure they're working.
Until fucking Father Two Fingers comes over.
It's like shit, man. Trust your defense. Don't play that fucking dumb prevent bullshit. They're just gonna drop it underneath, and then the dude that runs like a 340 or whatever, he's gonna fucking haul ass, and you're not gonna be able to catch him. Like, if you gave the ball to Tyreek Hill, like just dumped it off to him, and all the defense is down there, like, good luck trying to tackle that guy.
Oh, he's gonna get 20-30 in every time.
Fucking run.
Yeah, but that also comes down to the personnel and what you're playing, and you know how good are your corners and safeties covering wise compared to their number one. Like, if Debo would have been healthy the whole time during the Packers and San Francisco game, it probably would have been a fucking different looking game.
I felt bad for the Packers. Yeah, they should have won that shit, but
yeah.
Oh well.
That is what it is.
I don't know.
I'm not worried about it.
I just hate the 49er fans that are they're putting up photos, silhouettes of Joe Montana in the background, like this Obi-Wan Kenobi dumb
like
shit at the
Purdy's
end of Star Wars.
The fucking truth.
Yeah, and then there's like Steve Young is like, and then they put Purdy just looking at him like, bro,
he's Purdy.
It's like
he got a Purdy mouth.
It's like let's let him win one first, and maybe win one when all these other guys leave, and not have a stacked fucking team. Like, I don't know if Tom Brady's team after Bledsoe went out, because that was a long time ago, was stacked. I know the defense was, but I don't know about anyone on the offense at all.
Yeah, they had fucking his son's playing in the league now, Harrison.
But
Harrison.
But like you have look at not only their defense alone, but like, I mean, you got like the best running back, 2 good wide receivers, a good fucking healthy line. Like,
yeah, they're stacked, and this goes to talk about like what we were talking about last time on the podcast, is that quarterbacks getting put into a good situation.
Yes.
Right? Here's a guy, Mr. Irrelevant, right? Last pick of the fucking draft. Comes into a stacked team, sits behind some quarterbacks, gets his shot, and fucking does well, right? He's not, you know, Peyton Manning or Tom Brady throwing fucking crazy numbers and doing all this cool stuff. He's winning games, but he's got number one defense.
You ask from your quarterback too.
Yep,
you know?
That's what you ask. You ask for a manager.
Right.
You want a guy that's going to manage the game and do that, and he has been very good at that.
Is that what they call like a system player? You just throw him in there.
System quarterback.
Yep.
But the thing is if he wins the Super Bowl this year, does he get paid?
He's got to have to, dude.
He's going to get more money, but he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, the motherfuckers.
I laugh at all the stats they always show. Like, he's making 542,000 this game or whatever. You know, and the next guy's making 12.8 mil. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't pay him, and Shanahan's like, nah, I'm moving on to someone else. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. I saw the thing. I think Lamar made like 70 million this year, and then Patty was making like 30, and then Goff was making something, and then it goes to Purdy. 870,000.
Loser. The smart move would be to
sell him.
Keep him on his rookie contract. Give him a boost up.
Slave driver.
Sell him high, baby. Sell him high.
Let San Fran pay everyone they need the contract out. Keep him under the cap, and then tell them like, hey, we're gonna give you bonus incentives, but we're gonna keep you low. We're gonna pay you more, and if you shine again the next year when your contract comes back through, we'll fucking sign you
just
to the biggest contract. That way it saves them money.
Dangle that carrot.
Dangle that carrot in front of the Bears and be like, hey, we know you're getting rid of Fields. We'll take Fields in your first. We'll pick up Caleb Williams.
Fields is going to be there.
You can have Purdy. You can have Purdy. I don't know.
I do not want Caleb Williams, dude.
But that's a good thing.
I think they traded away.
Like Eric brought up, it's like a quarterback that's drafted late in a good system. There's no way the 49ers are getting like Justin Fields or,
I don't think he would produce
Joe Burrow.
I think there'd be too many egos.
Would Zach Wilson be as good as Purdy if he was on the 49ers?
No. Zach Wilson, can he?
Would Purdy be as good as
the Jets?
If he was on the Jets,
have an equivalent to superstars
weapons, dude.
To what the Niners have. They just don't have a quarterback. That's why it was so exciting to see what Rodgers could have done with this powerhouse offense and actually done something.
We'll wait till next year.
And then look what happens. He gets hurt, and they're like, well, Wilson was like, he's learned a lot. We're going to put him in there. Nope. And just gets fucking de-ragged, bud. Like, just fucked up.
The Jets' offensive line isn't near as good as the Niners.
Too much pussy, I guess.
No, but...
the mom whisperer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just... Zach Wilson's not...
No, he's not.
Nothing.
And...
Are they playing in San Fran? The Lions have a better record?
That game is in San Fran, okay. Yeah. I think so. San Francisco was the number
one. It should
one.
Be.
They were the number one seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I think the Ravens will make it though. They're just too good.
They're too good.
Unless, like you said, like they get repped out or something.
Yeah, and that sucks. And what they were saying is that the guy that went in the weeds on the stats, it was talking about how he calls a lot of penalties that are like subjective, right? Like he calls a lot of roughing the passers and things like that are not like clear cut penalties. And he gives way more of those to the away team.
He wants that Netflix documentary in 10 years. I saw that NBA ref. I'm going to be getting my fucking nut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey! Allen Iverson, he hit us, and we're going to like, fuck it. We're going to call carry on
playoffs?
him. We're going to call carry on him every fucking
Speaking of that, do you, since we're on sports, do you guys follow basketball at all anymore?
No. Not since Jordan left. I mean,
there were some
Kobe
great players and stuff. Did you see that? What's his face just dropped 73 last night? There's not Adonis, the fucking white dude from Mavericks.
That's white dude. Jokic.
No, Jokic is Nuggets. It's he's
Davik. I can't think of his name.
I know who you're talking about.
Like,
Dirkowitz.
No, not Nowitzki. He's I think he's Slovenian or Slovakian or
Daco or the fuck they call his ass.
What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
Isn't Jokic his brother?
No,
I don't know. Don't think so.
I don't know. It's just a different league.
It just doesn't seem like it's fun anymore.
It's not what we grew up with, where there is positional players. It's all around the arc now, and everybody. If you're 7 feet and can't make a three, you ain't getting drafted. The fuck out of here.
Right.
Like, Steph Curry, he had to do what he had to do to get noticed and win.
Luka, Doncic, or however,
he had to do what he had to do to like play his game, and then he's like, "Fuck it, I've been shooting from here."
Oh, he's the purest shooter ever playing in the league.
Kobe's and them been doing that. It's just easier. It's always been the easier. The closer you are to the basket, the easier it is to score. That's always been true. It's like
and then that guy for the Pacers last night dropped 62.
Yeah,
Booker.
Yeah.
And then the night before that, I think
Embiid
had like 70.
Yeah, center had 70. Fuck.
Yeah,
fuck, were they playing some high school? But I don't know.
That's the one thing I noticed is that you look at these scores and shit, and I got into an argument with somebody about it at my old job, and I was like, the NBA, it's a scoring fest now. There's no defense. And he's like, oh, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. So I went back and I looked, and I went and did a little nerd dive on stats, and the average points given up per game has fucking skyrocketed from the 90s. Like, it's way up. Like, the average points given up per game now is like 118, and it used to be like 98.
But
so the defense just isn't there. And you see that, like, you look at guys like Michael Jordan. That guy was a defensive fucking monster. Yeah. And then you look at guys like LeBron, fucking defensive slacker. Right? He plays defense when he wants to.
Yeah,
he'll run down the court and slap the fucking ball out of somebody's hand.
To get the highlights.
But 90% of the time, these guys aren't doing shit.
No, they're not chesting someone up in a full press.
No, dude, it's just not. It's not the same league, dude. These games look like a fucking all-star game all the time. That's all they look like. Just run down, shoot the ball, cool. And they're gonna come down, shoot the ball. It sucks.
You probably do the same with the NFL though. Like, look at the score from the 90s, early 2000s to now, and I guarantee you, it's like
that's a lot of how the rules got changed.
A Vegas spread probably back in the 90s and early 2000s probably would have been like a high of 35 maybe.
Yeah, but
and now it's like 52, 60.
But you also 50. Look at the NFL, and it went from predominantly running to now it's passing. So
and that's what people like to see though. They like that. So everybody will say like that Rams fucking
the greatest show on turf.
The Rams Patriots, the second one, where McVay was in there, it was like 13-10 was then the score or some shit. Yeah. People would be like, this is the most boring Super Bowl ever. Granted, like, that's
if like you understand the game though, it's not boring.
Yeah, that's like watching. Yeah, it's like a defensive battle, and then that's like watching two pitchers in the World Series, and it's 0-0 going into the 10th.
Yeah, and that's like, everybody's like,
this is great. Yeah, when it gets to that point though, but like when the 6th inning, everybody's like, this is dumb. There's no runs. There's like that's why I think baseball dies. Is there's no way to get fucking runs.
Well, again, that's the thing.
That's why 90s baseball. Oh fucking Jack, get the fuck out of here!
This fucking bat had steroids in it, dude.
Fucking Sammy Sosa. Hit that fucking
Mark McGuire out there. Then Barry Bonds is like, I'm going to get on this. Yeah, we jack up a a little bit too.
Yeah, bro.
Barry, how you so big?
Yeah. How'd you get on fucking 80 pounds?
Bro. Yeah, I ate my Wheaties.
I ate my Wheaties.
Dude, like just reaching out for a slider and just tipping it and goes opposite field home run. Oh, fuck.
Bats are corked.
I don't know how that. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Dude.
I got laid this morning. So what's up?
Yeah. Like just like either make steroids legal or give them metal bats. Like that's the only way I can see more runs. Like,
well, the only thing about a metal bat though, this is you're gonna kill the pitcher. Everyone in the infield's getting fucking crushed. Dude.
That pitcher better be behind a fucking screen, because that shit's coming back hard, dude. You're getting a face melted with that shit, bro.
It's gonna be like softball. They're gonna require them to start wearing fucking masks.
I'll put the fucking screen up then, or whatever you have to do. But like they tried to speed up baseball, right? They put that little shot clock down there.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It has speeded it up a lot. It's actually been pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad move.
It's just
but like the NFL thing, you got to think too. Is like when they got away from like since it's predominantly now passing. Look at all the fucking benefits a quarterback gets now being in the pocket. Where back in the day, if you drop back and you're half a second on that fucking release, you're getting smashed, son. Now nobody even wants to hit the quarterback, so that actually gives him just a nuance of a second more time. Like, I know he's not gonna hit me up high, hopefully, and then throws it. But back in like if you had Jonathan Taylor, you're tool time.
You're getting Dick Butkus, Lawrence Taylor, fucking Deacon Jones, all these old
breaking your fucking back, dude. Like they would hit you at the waist and then just binge you.
Pick you up. I forget who the guy was on the Steelers, like number 63 defensive lineman that was very scary. He played with Bradshaw on his team.
Yeah, that was like in the Jack Lambert days. He was that badass linebacker for them.
Well, fucking even Ray Lewis, Urlacher, dude.
Ray Lewis was a fucking monster.
Oh, I saw some highlights the other day. Fucking, you know who we got cut short on his pro career was Luke Kuechly, dude. Yep. That dude was a fucking savage.
Yes,
bro.
he was.
Oh my god,
he was one of the most underrated linebackers in the league.
Is that the Carolina guy?
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl with him, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
but he was also fucking.
In the Super Bowl.
He retired at like 10 years.
Yeah. He was a fucking
same with the Niners linebacker who retired early.
52.
Peters, Parker, Phillips, Moore, Seymour, Hoffman,
Samsonite. I was way off.
No, Luke Lee played with Newton. They went to the 2015 Super Bowl.
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Luke Lee?
Yeah, whatever.
Luke Lee?
You blending his name?
Blending his name.
Luke Kuechly.
I don't think the Panthers won a Super Bowl. I don't think he had.
I think they did.
They lost to Peyton Manning and the Broncos.
They haven't won one in the last 10 years. I can tell you that.
They haven't won one ever that I know of. They're one of the teams I don't think.
Could you even tell me who's won Super Bowls in the last 10 years?
The last 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so last year was Chiefs, right?
Okay.
And then the year before that was it the Chiefs?
You don't even have to go in years. You can just tell me who's won and how many.
Pats, Ravens, Chiefs,
I'll help you out.
Broncos. Because
Broncos.
10 years
now give
teams.
Pats and Chiefs one more. So you got 6. You're missing 4.
Yeah, but 10 years doesn't count because you have multiple teams that have won multiple times in 10 years. How about just...
Yeah, I just told you that. I just gave you Pats and Chiefs extra. So you're at 6. You got 4 more.
4 more? God, who was it that... Did the Rams win?
You call them the Broncos, yeah.
The Rams did win, didn't they?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, God, they did win last year.
There's 7. You got 3 more.
Was it Giants?
Yep. Good fucking call, dude. God damn. All right, that's 8. You got 2 more.
I can't. The Packers weren't that close.
They were the year before. They've been at 11.
Seattle.
Yep. One more.
Got one more.
You should know
Colts?
this. No. You should know this. You're a dick rider.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Carolina lost to Denver.
Yeah.
In 2016.
The only reason I know that is because I'm listening to a podcast and he does retro. He goes back.
Good fucking poll, dude. I had to look it up.
He's on 2015 right now, and he's talking about how the Panthers they're undefeated. I think they had an undefeated season, or they only lost once in the 2015 season.
They weren't that good, were they?
Yeah, they were fucking
with Newton
stacked.
at home.
They had CMC, Newton.
Yeah, but CMC wasn't that great.
They had that little tiny
Willis.
They had that little tiny running wide receiver Smith, that little monster guy, number 88, I think something Smith was his name. But they lost. They didn't lose. They got beat bad.
Who's that?
In the Super Bowl? The Panthers.
Yeah, they lost 24-10.
Yeah, that's where Cam Newton
from Peyton, right?
Went downhill. Yeah,
it was in the airport.
And I think Peyton retired the next year.
I would have got my number 2, baby. See ya.
Go out on top, dude.
But yeah, they were. I think they went undefeated and lost the Super Bowl, or they lost.
No team has gone undefeated into the Super Bowl since
Miami.
Yeah, the Patriots almost did it, but they lost.
The Patriots were the only team to go undefeated and lose in the Super Bowl. Like that was
it, right?
Yep. Because the Bears were close and they lost to the Dolphins. That in '85, that was their only loss, was to the fucking Dolphins. It was like week 11. It's like, fuck, dude.
Dude, and everybody gets close until December comes around, and then it's like,
and that's
old man winter and injuries.
And that was crazy because the Bears in '85, probably the most dominant defense of all time, dude. They gave up they averaged
over the Giants.
What?
Bears versus Giants defense in the '80s?
No, they played your team in the Super Bowl. Boat raced the shit out of 46-10.
Don't forget Joe doesn't have a team. Camera off.
It was a camera SD card.
Boom! It says yours is full.
My balls?
Oh, is it still on though?
It says SD card full on.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, as long as it's on, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, fucking Bears. Oh well.
Football season's almost over, boys. Get into something else.
Yep. Soccer. I'm watching soccer. The Premier League. It's on Peacock.
Premier League
every Sunday. And I was gonna put on the Marco. I'm such a fucking asshole when it comes to picking teams. So my buddies that play FIFA with me, they watch it and they're like, they got me onto it. And I was like, all right, I'll pick a team. I'll pick Liverpool because I like the player Salah that's on their team that I have on my fucking video game. And they're like, and apparently they're the number 1 fucking team in the Premier League. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I didn't even look it up. Didn't look who it was.
Who's the next Tom Brady for soccer?
I thought it was supposed to be Man City, and everybody's like, yeah, it is Man City. They're just hurt right now and losing games. But it's like, okay, fine, fuck. I just happened to pick Liverpool.
Yeah, because Liverpool, if you look 3 or 4 years ago, it was Man U, Man City, Chelsea,
Arsenal's up there.
Arsenal, those. Liverpool was 5, 6. They were not in it.
And I was telling my dad, if you think, I know the NFL has money, but the fucking Premier League has fucking money.
Difference between being the only sport, though. It's, you know what I mean?
Their seats that they sit in are made by Ferrari and shit like that.
See, that's the other thing about that, though, is
I want to go play soccer.
Soccer, football is completely different over there because their sponsorship will change.
The world.
It can change. Not that it will always, but it can change. So it's not like Ferrari owns the team. Man U owns the team, but their number one sponsor would be, say, Ferrari. And then they're like, Ferrari's
like,
you're
the
losing.
naming rights for the football field.
Do you guys think?
Yeah,
Do you guys
exactly.
think if America cared about soccer, that we could put a team together and just fucking?
Were you here last week?
Run the show.
You weren't here last week, were you?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Last week.
We talked about
this. Is almost exactly last week's podcast.
That's awesome.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the show.
Right, anyways, for everyone that missed that one last week, Joe's gonna do a quick recap.
I don't know. All
right, here, let me do.
Listen to last week's episode, folks.
Hard segue. I was thinking about this, Eric. So with your time in the Air Force, for the most general part, I was listening to what is his fucking name? Not Jeremy Cantrell. Jeremy Corbell, whatever the fuck his name is. He's like the big UFO instigator, kind of pushing things like, hey, this is what's coming down the pipeline, but like very well spoken and not saying like everything's real. He's like, I'm just giving you the proof that I have, kind of deal. But they were talking about
the proof's in his nut pudding.
Pretty much. Where's that pudding going? Your lips. But I just listened to a podcast with him on, and he was talking about all the government shit that's coming declassified, and a lot of it being like through the Air Force and whatnot. And with you being one of the swingers of the dick up in the tower, aka air traffic control, this bitch. Did you guys ever get anything weird coming across that you could either talk about or you saw or witnessed or heard stories from? Because I figured you had to see something kind of weird coming through there, whether it was a fucking drone or, whatnot, but something around those lines. Does that make sense? Kobe.
Oh.
Down in flames.
So yeah, and I definitely wasn't air traffic control. My job was way fucking harder. Air traffic control is for fucking pussies.
I was just laming it up for you.
No, yeah. So, definitely air traffic control, they have a little bubble around the towers, and that's it. That's all they control. Once airplanes leave that little bubble, in the Middle East, they have to be monitored.
Have to be able to fly.
Yeah, well, they have to be monitored. They have to be monitored and controlled by U.S. and coalition people like myself, and so there's always shit flying that you're like, what the fuck is that? And so you'll look at stuff and everything. They call it squawking. It has modes and codes, and you try to
shut her up.
You try to run it and figure out what it is. Like all civilian air traffic, like every airplane that flies over 18,000 feet has to file a flight plan, and with that flight plan, it includes a Mode 3 code. So they'll have a unique identifier that is their Mode 3 code. And you can look it up. Like there's some websites out there that you can look up. It's like civilian air traffic, and you can see every fucking airplane around the world is flying right now. And you'd be able to see it's Mode 3. So you'll like get these random things on there, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It has no Mode 3. And then the U.S. military has custom codes. So when something flies for us, it generates its own unique code. And then from there, it's like, okay, now we have to go through the wheels of identifying what this thing is. And in certain places, like in Alaska, in Washington State, over in Rome, New York, there's things that it's called EADS, WADS, and then NORAD. And so
I definitely got some WADS.
Yeah, all of these things are like monitoring agencies that the U.S. military has people like my old job, and you sit there with screens and you're watching these screens for anything that's flying in the sky. Huh. And you're trying to identify what the fuck this is.
Did you ever identify
pigs fly out of my ass? Oh, there it
is. Did you ever identify a UFO or been in something like that where they hush you and you got to leave the room?
He missed last week. And now he just missed the last 3 minutes.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Go back and listen.
Sorry, I had to pee. And yes, I sat down.
I figured as much. Is
a UFO? Is that what he asked you?
Like, that's what started this whole thing.
He's like Terry Horwitz over here. He fucking pees feminine, dude.
The listeners are going to be like, deja vu. My radio's broken. My fucking Toyota piece of shit.
So go ahead and tell me about that.
Jesus. So long answer, no.
Yeah, so,
short answer.
So, yeah, there's times where you're looking and it's like, what the fuck is that? And if you don't have any air assets to go out and literally identify it, like visually, like fly in and see it, or you don't have any satellites, or you don't have any drones or something to see it, it's just it's unidentified.
It's gotta be human though. Aliens wouldn't be on our radar.
Yeah, they're way too savvy
they're
for
too
that
savvy.
shit. They're way too savvy, dude.
Fucking,
those guys are like these primitive fucks. They don't know what
they got fucking
doing,
shit that just floats there. Like, what the fuck?
Dink. What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's that shit happens all the time. You know, there's things that are unidentified all the fucking time. But I have never been personally involved in like sitting on. They call it sitting on scope, like sitting on scope and like visually seeing or identifying something. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Up periscope when they're sitting on it.
Like Cartman gets an anal probe, you know? It's like there's a fucking spaceship.
Did you ever hear any stories through the fucking water cooler of shit when you're working with some of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, you hear shit all the time. People are like, "Oh my god, you know, I was out in the Nevada desert, and we were on mission, and you know, here's shit. Like we saw shit flying, and we have pictures." And
my dad has. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
I never did though. Right. I never got to see that shit.
My dad was driving back from New Jersey with my cousin to get her shit, and they made it right to like Wyoming, where there's like known sightings for aliens and stuff.
Skinwalkers,
shit like that, yeah. And he's driving on the road, and if you ever been on the highway or freeway in Wyoming or Montana, it's just wide fucking open, right? And he sees like
eating on the podcast.
He sees like these 6 or 10 lights just like up in the horizon, just like what the fuck are those?
The cops coming to get his ass. Get that Jersey boy.
He's like, what the fuck? No, they're up in the sky. He's like looking at him, not looking at the road. What the fuck? He couldn't figure it out. He woke my cousin up like, what the fuck? I think they're like fucking aliens. Like, do we call this shit in? What's going on? Like went through this whole spiel like, oh dude, gotta be fucking aliens and ships and everything. And like my cousin's looking, and it turns out it was Elon SpaceX launching his fucking
oh, this is just recently.
Yeah. launching his fucking satellite shit for his internet or whatever.
I thought
like
there
you
was
could
like
see it across.
something coming across like when you was moving out here.
Nah. Oh, fuck, that scared the shit out of
me.
They're among us. They are among us.
They're talking about it now. It's coming out.
I hope that was my wife. God, someone's robbing me right now.
Yeah, they're going for the stuff in the freezer.
I'm hungry. Robbing makes me fucking hungry. What happened to the hair? You get itchy?
Yeah, I did.
He hasn't had it for so long. He's not used to having it on top of his ball.
Well, usually I just pull my Merc out and just stick it up top, but I got a little sick of that, so I had to switch up the game a little bit.
A little switcheroo, huh?
You know it.
Nice.
Plus, my Merc is not blonde anymore.
Oh yeah.
I wiped the wrong way.
Dude, all right.
Bringing it back.
The old back to front, dude. It's classic.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Chisel it off.
When I drag my nuts across your face, you know what kind of man I am. He's got good fiber.
This stinks.
Yeah. I feel like this guy's dragging his balls across my face because he's a man, but these things are tiny. Definitely a little big.
I didn't say they were big. The dick makes up for him.
Just smegming across people's face, dude. Just
little trails.
It looks like snail trail, dude.
Yeah, throw some salt at me. See what happens,
up, dude. The old Shrivsky.
Just little beads.
Nice. You boys got anything else you want to bring up this week or what?
Man.
I mean, it's just endless possibilities.
Possibilities.
You know? Endless. The possibilities are endless. Oh, okay.
I know Eric could have something that's crazy
I got
going
something
on.
good, dude. You know, I don't like talking about politics very often. That's not really my jam. It's not really my jam, you know, but did you hear?
So he beats that court case.
Dude, did you hear that recording of Carrie Lake, the Arizona gal? And so this high, congressional dude from Arizona was basically fucking bribing her on a phone call not to run. And he's like, yeah, the powers that be don't want you to run. They want you to take a couple of years off. How much money is it going to cost? Like, what do we got to do to get you not to run? And she's like, no money in the world. She's like, $1 million, $100 million, $1 billion wouldn't keep me from fucking running. She's like, the time is now, and I'm going to do it. There's nothing you can do to stop me. And he was just like, it was a long phone call. I listened to the fucking thing, dude, and it was absolutely wild. The guy resigned already. Once it got leaked, he resigned, but it was just like, dude, like, she's a big proponent of, MAGA, baby, making America great again and fixing the shit that's broken. And the left does not like that.
No.
They don't like that at all. And like, you got to be a dipshit nowadays to talk about shit like that with somebody on a fucking phone or someplace that it can be recorded.
Yeah, you need to be in person and then also run a fucking bug detector through the fucking hole. And you're like, all right, we're good.
We got to meet naked in the garage.
In a vacuum.
And I'm checking that hoo-ha and I'm wiping back to front. Are they? I'm checking.
Found it!
Fucking turn your head and cough, motherfucker. But it was wild, dude. Like,
dude, I think like all that shit's coming to life. But the thing is, it's the same thing with aliens. We've known all this time. We've been groomed to it. Like when all this corruption comes to life and that shit, it was just like, we just don't like, I don't know. We just don't care anymore. Like if an alien were to walk down the street and find be like, hey, we've been here the whole time. I think most of the people would be like, yeah, we fucking know, bro.
No, the first redneck would shoot it and mount it and put it on his fucking. That's the first time we've ever seen one. Its head's above the fucking fireplace.
Like the fuck, what's that Neighborhood Watch movie, dude?
How do you do a European mount on this?
Who you voting for?
Yeah. But no, I mean, you're right with the corruption thing, right? Like, look at all that Hunter Biden laptop bullshit. Oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Now they literally admit, like, oh, all that shit was true, and everybody's just like, yeah, whatever.
It's because it's past the pudding. Like, it's like, oh, it mattered at the time, but now you come back a few years later and tell us that, we're like, okay.
Like, okay, cool.
Anything, like, I mean,
we already knew that, motherfucker.
You guys are into nutrition and shit. It's anything to keep us, like, from daily stuff. Like, I mean, the main thing's food. God knows what's in American food compared to what's in European food and shit. Like, I would say, like, our food system is like poison. Yeah, it's just poison over here, man. It's like the news doesn't talk about that. Like, they rather talk about who's running for the election. Because they want to talk about the border.
Look how much money we would lose.
They don't want to talk about talk about like corporations buying up all the houses, and so like nobody in the future can own a home. You have to rent from.
Yeah, look at Hawaii.
It's like shit like that, and the shit like that too. Like, we give billions to Ukraine. Like, everybody in Hawaii got what, $700 or some shit in Maui,
and then they don't have any more beachfront because fucking Zuckerberg bought it all up.
The
he owns like 150,000 square feet of like beachfront land.
Yeah,
I'm helping you out. Yeah, one major complex.
The amount
Epstein Island 2.0.
The amount of money that went to Ukraine could have not only like repaired Maui and everybody on it, but it could have like fixed homelessness,
and it could have secured the fucking border.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. It's like, I was like, what are we doing?
It was,
dude. I watched this. I'll send you guys this reel today. I saw it was oh god, I just lost his name. The fucking white
Snappy. Snappy.
Snappy tits.
That's how I get back into it. You do this, I do this.
Daniel Tosh went off about the American borders and stuff, and talking about Canada. And like just fucking shitting all over the Canada-America border, but saying it's the best border ever. I won't do the joke justice, but I'll send it to you guys. You guys got to check it out too if you're listening. It's the only. It was the most hilarious shit. He's like, yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'll wake you up when NHL playoffs are off. Fuck off. It was pretty good. Speaking of that, and since I brought it up, what do you guys think about the Epstein list that got fucking not leaked, but revealed? The first 500 pages.
I haven't paid attention to it.
No, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I briefly saw some stuff about it, but. Joe alluded to it. Yeah, cool. We knew that all these fucking people were on it.
Pinocchio.
But, it's like, Pinocchio. Okay, nobody's going to nothing's going to happen from it. One of the interesting things I saw the day that the list was published, who switched their citizenship from the United States to Greece? Did you hear about this
Hanks?
one? Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that on the podcast.
Previously. Because he was the one that was indicted on it.
They don't believe in pedophilia or some shit. Like, it's not a crime over there or whatever.
Apparently. But, it's funny. Shit like that. It's just like, God
well, and that's the thing is, like, what they released didn't say that these people were partaking. They were just saying they're on his plane at some given point. So that does mean that if you went to the island, it doesn't necessarily mean there was fucking trafficking and shit going on. You could have just been going there and you're on the medical still. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know the truth.
What's in those
so I don't
doors?
Want to speculate. However, the end of this month, they're supposed to release the actual names of people that partaked in that shit. That'd be interesting to see.
Well, the thing is, I think
get Oprah.
We don't
get that fat bitch.
Think the other reason is people don't.
And care. You get a kid. And you get it. Just joking.
Don't kill me. Because nothing's gonna happen to anybody. I don't think. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, dude.
I think if it came out and it was like high officials, I guarantee
it's gonna be like people like
there has to be, dude.
It's gonna be like people like
there's
Oprah
one thing.
And shit.
There's one thing red blood Americans don't deal with. You don't take away our country music, you don't take away our God, and you don't touch little kids.
Why do they
and I
sound
guarantee
like
you
that?
one of those three, I don't know, because it's full of child. Something would come out of it. They would have to be. There would have to be, dude. Like it's not like we just smuggled in 20 fucking kilos of coke and then dispersed it and like, oh well, whatever. You can't control that. This is something you can control. I think there'd be a bigger shutdown once those names came out. Yeah. In my mind, and if not, then I hope America's fucking broke.
I hope there is.
Yeah,
I hope these people get what's coming to them. But the sad thing is that you know what? They're on the right side of the fucking carpet.
They
nowadays.
control
like,
everything.
They're on the left, and that shit is fucking a-okay with them.
Well, see, that's the
Democracy's
thing.
an
I guess let me
illusion, bro.
double down real quick to make it semi more tangible.
Get the guillotines out.
If one of us were accused of child trafficking or pedophilia, like we'd all be like, dude, we don't talk to him anymore. If I get a traffic charge of fucking smuggling cocaine in, you'd be like, nah, dude, he's a good dude. He's just fucking brought some coke in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the American people just look at it differently. Yeah, and you should. I mean, 100%.
Exactly. But it's fucked. It's just fucked with how different it is now with what side of the carpet you're on dictates like
I'm hardwood, baby. I don't got carpet.
Whether you're like it's acceptable what you believe or not.
Yeah,
it's
that shit's dumb.
And that's dumb.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. And we all fucking know it.
Yeah. And like at the end of the day, dude, I'm not a fucking hardcore Republican, but I'm definitely not a fucking liberal, right? Yeah. Like I'm somewhere
it's
right
good to be in the middle. Yeah.
I'm somewhere right down the middle. But
because they both have good ideals.
But the problem is you can't be there anymore because if you're a Republican and you're right down the middle, you're going to give an inch and they're going to take a country fucking mile and then you're not going to recognize the shit that's left. And that's kind of where we're at right now. You're like, what the fuck is happening right now? Dude, like this is straight up bullshit, right? Like he said something earlier, about the border. Like we're about to be in a fucking showdown. Yeah. Texas is not going to fuck around, dude. Those guys, that Governor Abbott already...
because we always gave them the fucking republic.
Texas already said, dude, it's not coming down. And Biden gave him till today to bring it down. That shit is still holding strong, dude. And they're not backing down. And I saw, as of yesterday, 27 states have sided with Texas and said, nope, we're not fucking around. That shit is looming on like a fucking civil war.
Well, and that's the weirdest part if you look into it, because it's like, okay, the left is allowing these people to come in because they want the more voting rights. If that's true or not, whatever. But it's something like 115,000 people a month come over illegally. It's like
I watch Boys
now you
in
look
the
at
Hood.
the infrastructure.
That's what they do.
There's aren't illegals, but close. But if you look at like where are these people getting housed? What's going on? Oh, the homeless. Oh, you want to be a sanctuary city? Okay, well you just came over. We're gonna ship your ass up to Seattle, New York, wherever the fuck you gotta be. Like, it's such a stress just on the American people and, again, our infrastructure. It's fucked up. Well, there should be an easier way to do it. Do it.
Apparently.
Let them bring them in, let them do their due diligence, sign the right documentations, build the fucking wall, and have them come out the right way.
Apparently, they're here, too. Like, so my dad still gets the paper. Like, who gets the fucking paper still? I know he makes me walk out.
One page
he makes me walk out and get it every fucking time.
You good little boy.
I bring it back, and I was reading it yesterday. Like, there's a thing that had fentanyl in the thing, and I was like, "Oh, fentanyl!" And like everybody's
paper had fentanyl in it. I wonder where your dad's getting hot all the time.
The article, the headline said fentanyl, and I moved it over. It's like, "Oh, problem in Kootenai County, fentanyl problem." And as I was reading it, it was talking about like the number one concern that our residents have in this county is like illegal immigration. I was like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. It's like it's already here.
Canadians out of here. They're too nice.
Yeah, they bust them up here. Like apparently, who knows? Like they got to go somewhere. Like,
well, and that's the problem. Is like I was watching some streams of people coming across the border and they're videoing these people.
No pun intended.
They're not
streaming through.
They're not Central and South American people. They're fucking Chinese. They're Middle Eastern. They're all. Like, what the fuck are these people doing on our southern border?
They're from Afghanistan. That's how they can get people in.
It's like okay,
cool. They ship them over to Mexico, then they come up through Mexico.
Well, yeah, and that's the fucking thing, dude, is like, we have no clue who's fucking coming in here. And they had a
I know Cubans aren't coming over. We just put an embargo on Mexico and call it good.
They had a video of this one guy and this interviewer. She's like, "Oh, what's your name, sir?" And he's like,
Ahmed.
No, and he was
hello, my name is Mike. What? Like when you get the phone calls.
He was a Middle Eastern dude, and he's like, America will know my name soon enough. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, we literally have no fucking clue who's coming across our borders and what kind of bullshit is happening right now. And I saw this thing with Trump the other day, and he was getting an interview, and he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Of course, you know, they took my clip, and when they asked me if I was going to be a dictator, they took one part of my clip and made it to where I said, yeah, I'm going to be a dictator." He's like, "What I actually said was, I'm going to be a dictator for my first day in office." He's like, "I'm going to do two things." He's like, "I'm going to call ICE and Border Patrol, and we're going to shut the border down, and we're going to deport everybody that came here illegally." He's like, "And then I'm going to call the energy people, and we're going to drill. He's like, "And then we're going to get back to business as usual." And so it's just like, you know, like, I love that.
Bring him back.
You know, it's just like cheap gas and mean tweets, baby. 2024. Fuck yeah.
Dude, I just saw the fucking, a guy post, goes, every year I'm going to post it on this day because it was like 2 days ago, it was a meme. Gas in 2020, $1.32 a gallon, you know? And they showed something else. I don't remember what it was, like maybe housing market, fucking interest rates or some shit. I can't remember. It was like, pfft.
Dude, it's horrible.
Bring that back. Like I just paid $3.20 for gas. And I was like, holy shit. Like my truck was empty. I'm like, I only put $60 in my truck. Like, woo.
Yeah, when I bought my truck, it cost me $42 to fill it up.
Yeah. Dude, I was doing that in my truck
60,
too.
70.
And at one point, when it was the worst, it was $150 to fill my truck with gas. It was like, man, I might as well just stay home today. It's going to cost me too much to drive to work. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Dude, I was putting like $18 in the Honda. You know, when I was like, fuck, I don't enjoy my truck anymore. I'd take the Honda. $18. Right into the wheels come off, baby.
That's just crazy. And then you see this fucking press secretary for the White House, and, you know, they're asking her all these fucking questions, and she's like, "This president is historic. The things he's done for our country are unimaginable." And it's like, are you fucking, what kind of meth and drugs do they give you in the White House? Like,
seriously.
To spout this stupid shit, you believe this fucking garbage? Like, it's terrible.
I would say, like, as much as I dislike Biden, what he's done for the economy and just American people in general, it's fun to see people who are so much against Trump and so much against, like, left or right. Like, I don't really care. Just know the facts. Like, you might not like Trump, which is fine. I mean, I don't necessarily like him, but how he ran the country was fucking perfect, especially for the American working citizen and what he was doing for everything else. Like, it made sense. But I don't like him. Why? Well, he starts talking like, who gives a fuck if he sounds like an idiot? Like,
yeah,
you know, all presidents pretty much do, unless you're fucking Obama, who can speak very, like, look at fucking Twin Towers. Who's our fucking president? Bush. Thank you.
He was a rambling
fucking idiot. He couldn't even speak. Yeah. You know, at least Biden can kind of speak. He just falls asleep between sentences.
Oh my God,
you
that
know?
Dude cannot speak. Have you seen?
I know. I'm just fucking around.
Poor guy.
But that's the thing, though.
I feel bad. Yeah,
you see
get him
these,
out of there.
You see these people who are like, "Oh, Biden will be so much better," and 3-4 years in, they're like, "Man, we made such a huge mistake." Like, yeah, Trump wasn't that bad, was he?
Well, and then you look back at all these videos.
He doesn't have to be my fucking friend.
You look back at all these videos of these things that Biden said in the 80s and 90s, and you're like, how the fuck is
Sounds
this
like
guy?
Trump.
How the fuck is this guy the face of liberalism now? Like,
well,
what the fuck?
He ran like what 94 for the presidency, and then they found out that he copyrighted his whole speech. Like 70-80% of his whole speech was copywritten. Yeah. It's like he took it from other presidents and other big sayings and shit. It's like, but now he can come in.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking, it's crazy.
He's doing the drugs that his sons found that are now doing the drugs.
Are they going to have him run this year? Or are they going to?
He's the only Democratic candidate right now.
Yeah.
Which is Kennedy
stupid.
Running as an independent? He must be. I think
he's an independent.
Okay, I don't mind him. I don't mind.
I don't
him
either. But you know what?
I like the Indian guy from.
He dropped out.
He did drop out.
He dropped out. Yep. He dropped out after the second to last debate, and he endorsed Trump.
Okay, so it's just Trump, the chick.
Yeah, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. Joke. And what about the Florida
dropped
guy?
out. DeSantis dropped out, and he backed Trump.
Yeah, DeSantis wasn't going to make it regardless. He has too much shit in his bag.
Well, yeah, he started out really strong. I think everybody really loved him. And then, somewhere along the lines, he just started saying stuff. And you're like, is this guy a fucking rhino? Like, and that's the problem. You get a lot of these fucking people that
they're politicians. Like, they're just groomed to it.
Well, they come in and they say they're Republican. And then when it comes down to it, it's like, you better be a fucking Republican. And then they're just rhinos, dude. Yeah. It's like.
Well, the biggest thing, like I've always said, there is something to say when you don't have to lobby and take fucking back-earned money to get your point across. Yep. So when you're dealing with Trump, who's made all of his billions, he doesn't need someone to go, hey, listen, we'll fund your campaign, said much amount of money, but when it comes to this fucking voting thing, this is what we need you to lean on. And he's like,
like,
dude, I already made money, dude. What are you gonna? He's going, what are you gonna do for me? How about I give you fucking money to go out here and do this?
Yeah.
When Chappelle brought up his debate with Hillary Clinton on SNL, like Chappelle saying this shit, like, they asked him to prove his taxes and like pay your taxes, and he was like, in the debate, he's like, no, I don't have to, but if Hillary and Obama over there made a law that said I had to pay my taxes and didn't do these loopholes, then I would do it. But she won't do it because her donors do the same thing that I do.
Right.
And it's like, you got Chappelle, who does not like Trump at all, but can get on the side. And that's all Trump has shown you, is the side of like, whether you like him or not, he's showing you like,
it's just fact and logic.
He's going into the casino house and saying like, yes, it's rigged. Or he's coming out saying like, yeah, it's rigged. And then he's going back in and still playing the fucking game. Like, and then people still feed into it. Like, oh, he said it's rigged.
Well, Maybe the best is when he follows it up, he goes, Trump says, tell you what, show me the emails, I'll show you my taxes.
Yeah.
Like, cheap gas and mean tweets, baby.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, get it. Son.
Dude, and like, I like when Joe Rogan, or like some comedian, I don't know if it was Rogan or not, but somebody was saying like, dude, do not get in a verbal conflict with Trump. Like, he will fucking bury you.
Well, yeah, they call he is a comedian. Like,
he's fucking dynamite.
He's smart, he's intelligent, he knows what he wants, and he's not scared to waver. And that's what makes it dangerous, because all the politicians, when you ask them a yes or no question, can you do this, can you do that, it's, well, the American people, it always comes back to a third party answer, where Trump's like, no, we're going to fucking do this. Yeah. Or you're going to fucking do that. Or I'm going to kill you. It's like, you don't get that. It's, I'm going to speak in this lucrative antics of bullshit of the cloud, and you can take out of it what you think feels and fits your narrative. Where it's like, no, dude, just tell me, can we make this happen? Yes, this is what we're going to do. I'm good with that. Shoot it to me straight. I don't need to fucking get a goddamn Rosetta Stone and figure out what you meant by what you said and like, oh, maybe he meant this, or no, I think he's going to do this with his plan. Just make it a fucking wet paper, black ink. This is what we're doing.
The sad thing is that like,
I don't know why I said wet paper, but it sounded good.
He got so much accomplished in his term, and
it's all done. It's all unraveled.
Yeah, it's all unraveled. Basically, the first fucking day. But had he been a little more eloquent and a little spoke,
a little Obama-esque,
yeah. Had he just acted presidentially, right? Like acted like a fucking president, like you would expect of a president. I don't think people would have hated him so much.
Do you think he comes back this term and speaks a little bit more elegant?
No,
or do you think he doubles down and goes, see what happened when you didn't put me in the last 4 years?
He's not, because here's the thing.
He'll double down.
He only gets 4 more. Yeah. This is it. So if he gets elected, it's his last term.
We're gonna be at war with somebody by the end of this.
That's the thing. He doesn't want war.
I know that. But
that's a beautiful thing. Who did he sit down with that no other president sat down with?
Korea.
Fucking North Korea, dude.
Yep.
Like
China.
This guy's a fucking G, dude. And he just said, he invoked Teddy Roosevelt. And Teddy Roosevelt was a fucking genius, and he said, speak softly and carry a big stick. And he just basically said to everybody, like, I'm talking really nice, but if you fuck with me, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out, and it's with the American military. And that's the one thing that Trump did really well was, like, when I went into the service, we were under Obama. And then Trump got elected, and it was like, fuck yeah, you knew that we had a new commander-in-chief because fucking day one, it was like, okay, we're going to focus on readiness. Every single one of you needs to be ready to deploy, and if you're not, we're fucking booting you. Like, you have to pass all of the medical.
So you could see the change.
Oh, dude, it was instant fucking taneous.
So that's crazy. Like
you could see the fucking change, and it was awesome. And there was no pussified shit. It was fantastic. And then Biden gets in, and they start pussifying the military again, and like there's all these
checks and stuff,
all these book lists and gay shit, and it's just like, what the fuck is this garbage, dude? Like, this guy's a fucking joke. Like, he's making the military fucking weak again, and it's really sad because he's the boss, right? Like, he is the commander-in-chief, right. He is the boss, so his directive is what the directive is, and it's just like, god damn, dude. Like, Trump called out top military generals and officials and was like, look, dude, weak shit, dude, you're fucking out.
Well, that was the thing too, is like Trump did more in-house cleaning and cleansing compared to any of the presidents over the last 20 years. Like he like stepped in like, no, we're weak here. We need to be stronger here. This is why. This is the plan. This is the narrative. Boom, go. Compared to be like, oh, well, the military, the industrial complex, we're going to simmer it down just here a little bit. It's like, whether we're at war or not, one of the things that makes America the foremost best country ever and the strongest is our military. So you better keep those fuckers fed. You better keep them ready to go. I don't give a fuck if they're training 364 days a year. Like, there's a reason for it, because guess what, world? When the ship breaks off, who do they call first?
Well,
who needs to come save you? Who needs a helping hand? Who needs money? Who needs to take your refugees? It's all the shit. Like, it really is. So if we become soft in the military, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be, okay, well, now we're going to take advantage of that. Now, and then, obviously things take time over. Well, obviously things take time, but over years to get you strong again. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. So what happens if, if Trump wins, we ramp back up, we do it again, then we're going to fucking play this game another 4 years, Hopefully not, but.
What's that thing called? I don't remember what it is, but it's like the World Economic Forum or the whatever, like, that's some sketchy shit, dude.
Fuck yeah,
it's like the Billionaires Club, and they have all this
the Illuminati shit.
Yeah,
like where you see people sit like this,
dude. Kind of that weird, creepy shit,
and
right?
Trump wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, right? Is that like these global
Obama was part of it.
Yeah, these global billionaire elitists.
They meet once a year to talk about what they need to do in the world, whether who's making money, who's getting a check. Who's invading
creepy
who?
Fucking shit, dude. It's real creepy shit, and
it's like the Bohemian Grove in California with the red trees. Yeah, the same shit.
And that's the kind of shit where it's like, okay, like we need to put a fucking stop to shit like that, because it's just like, yeah, dude, that's no good. Like that shit, it doesn't pass the smell test. And when you have these leftists in power, it's like, fuck, dude.
Well, that's where you think Trump, in the essence, again, like speculating that when these things would happen, he believed in the American people being like, dude, I don't need money from you again. I don't need to grab your shit. So I'm not going to do this and value the sanctity of America very lesser than what you think you can get out of us, because now we have to buy 5 oils compared to the 2 that we're getting out of your country. Fuck you. I'm going to buy 1 and I'm going to charge you for 5. And if you don't like it, we'll hit our reserves. And then once you're crying at my feet, maybe I'll take you back and I'll buy 5 barrels for the price of 3. Well, so how do you want to fuck with me here? Where everyone else would be like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll pay you $2 billion. Okay, yeah, where do I sign a dotted paper? Ooh,
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm making shit up.
I'm curious, I'm curious, what Trump would have done with Ukraine if he was still, if it happened on his watch,
I think he would have gave Russia
honestly, I don't think it would have happened.
I don't think it would have.
Yeah, it didn't happen on
because it wasn't happening when he was in office.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he was out, guess what happened?
Yep.
Because it was under the impression that Putin and fucking Trump had an understanding.
Do not fuck around.
Yeah, this is not the time to do it. Whether they want to be part of NATO, whatever the whole fucking history is with the Ukraine and being your people, but your people don't want you. This is what it's going to be. At least until I step down, then you can do whatever you want.
That's still going on, and is the fucking Gaza Strip shit still going on too?
Oh, yeah. We just don't hear about it.
Yeah, shit's still going on.
It's clickbait, dude. You get 5 seconds of the truth of what's going on, and then everyone forgets about it.
I looked up Gaza, when it happened. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't realize it was all Palestine that owned Gaza, and they're just there on Israel. I was like, oh, I see what's going on.
Yeah, there's so much shit to that. I can't even unravel that in a human thought.
It's oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, and it's amazing to me that people are still so anti-Semitic. What's wrong with the fucking Jews? They're not doing anything, right? There has been
That's God's people.
They're making jewelry and fucking.
There's been conflict.
Curly hair motherfuckers.
There's been conflict over that holy land for fucking ever.
That's where the 3 biggest religions come together.
Yeah,
that's what the fucking funny part is. It's so holy, but you're willing to shed so much blood.
The crazy thing is they all have the same fucking story. So the Mecca apparently is this big giant fucking square thing that they go and pray to, and that's where Gabriel, I think he's the left hand of God and Michael's on the right, came down and told Muhammad to go east.
Gabriel's Lucifer, baby.
He told Muhammad to go east and preach the word of God, Islam. But another angel, I don't know if the angels, I never read the Bible really, but the angel that came and was over Jesus being born in the manger, Jesus went left. And so it's the same fucking story. One's his name Muhammad,
for Trump,
and one's named Jesus, and one only made it so far, and the other one went over to China and spread Islam and all that shit over there. But it's the same fucking religion, same fucking God you're preaching to.
It's really crazy. When I was in college, going through getting my history degree, it was wild to see when you'd look at Native Americans and Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, fucking Islam. Like, you look at all that shit. All their stories were almost identical.
They're almost identical.
It's fucking
Same
wild.
fucking thing.
Fucking wild. So, you know,
they all have a Sabbath for the most part.
Yeah,
they all have a risen for 3 days out. Like, it's very universal. Yeah. Very universal.
Well, I don't think Muhammad, I don't know what happened to Muhammad. I don't know if he died. Like
he went to play for the Jazz.
Like Jesus did or whatever. But no, it's the same fucking story. But the problem is Europe got involved, the Romans, and they saw a way to, you know, create a religion out of this and somehow profit out of it. That's always been about, like, how do we profit out of this? Like, and
that's what capitalized coming out of the dark
important
times,
thing
right?
is, like, I'm not trying to be like
church and state.
This country at the time was better than yours, but the Roman Empire took on Catholicism. But what happens if if Muhammad would have went left and Jesus went right, and the Romans took on Islam? You know, that would have been fucking crazy, because it all changed once the Romans got involved.
Well, that's what I was saying. Coming out of the Dark Ages, there was no light to be seen. And
dude, they sent 4 fucking crusades to go down and fucking beat the fucking the Muslims off of their fucking get off my holy land.
Beat the Muslims off. Sounds super gay to me.
Yeah, they went down there and slaughtered millions of Muslims.
Beating them off, dude.
Get out of here.
And you're done. That brown meat.
And
dude.
You're done. And you're done.
Yeah, like fucking
Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed.
Fucking who's gonna make that trek from England, Europe, all the way the fuck down to fucking Jerusalem just to tell people, like, hey, get off my holy land. This is our shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you off now, faggot.
Yeah. You know who Joe is? He's our beater offer.
Yeah, dude. You better
Sir
watch out.
Joe beater
He's
offer.
Give you the reach around,
I'll
you
beat
bastard.
you off with 2 hands. It's fucking
Give
crazy.
him some land. He's tired.
40 acres and a mule for this queer. Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah, you wonder what they filled the Holy Grail with. Take this cup. 2 Jews, 1 cup.
Muslims, 1 cup, dude.
I'll give you a Gaza stretch.
Holy shit.
Oh, we're getting killed over this one.
Yeah,
Don't bomb my car.
That fucking I don't know if are they a race, Jews, or is just a religion?
That's like a culture, I think.
Culture.
It's both.
It's
a nationality.
It's
a heritage.
They have been through some shit,
which is weird because you can't really say
they've
that.
been fucked over.
Fucking Egyptians. God knows what happened between them until Adolf came, and then Adolf came. It's like Jesus, and then they almost got beat by Egypt until we gave them a nuke to like fight them off in that fucking war in the 70s. Like, Jesus Christ, like, give them a break, people.
Yeah, dude.
Like, just let them rest. You're fucking with God's people. Like, he's gonna come back wherever he's out.
He's gonna part the seas and walk him over to America,
dude. But
he trusted our puppy with you, and then he's gonna come back from his vacation and be like, "What the fuck happened? I'm flooding this shit again."
But you look at like Israel, dude. The fucking Mossad and like
they're gangster.
Their Iron Dome, like their defense is fucking dope, dude. Like they're bad fucking ass, dude. Fuck, I mean, just look at the Zohan, dude.
Yeah.
Don't
kill you with
the
a
fucking Zohan.
I've heard from multiple people. I've heard from multiple people in the military.
Sexy
like,
hair.
Somebody you don't fuck with is Islamic Special Force guy. Like, those guys are just
Islamic
dirty.
or
Islamic or Israeli?
Or Israeli.
Islamic too. They'll blow you up.
But the cool thing
you
is
fly plane?
They allow women in their special forces too.
I guess they're sexy as fuck.
Fuck
yeah. Oh God, y'all got it.
I'll take a Gaza stretch on that.
Like, but again, I think the majority of the people over there are just like us.
Yep.
They're just like
100%.
us, and all you see on TV is the same shit you see with BLM and all that shit. It's like people protesting here. It's just what CNN can get at one time. It could be 10 people burning up a car, and then here's pan the camera 10 feet left, and here's the rest of society being like, "What the fuck is wrong with
these idiots doing?"
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to
all it
fucking
is.
see.
And that's all it is, and it's like whatever creates media. Like for everybody on CNN and Fox News and all
Fake
that network,
news.
they're all
Fake news.
they're all pretty much traitors. Like all their job is to wake you up every day and divide you more and more from the other side of the
I don't need to be
party.
divided more. I'm one, dude. I don't need to be like 6. I don't need 6 personalities, dude.
big
That's
old-
just not good.
What would be okay? like 3 shots are going to solve this. But what would be? I mean, obviously it hasn't been solved.
I mean, we already saw that the Earth is flat last week, so
That's
we're
true.
good, dude.
Right now we're going to fix Gaza.
The thing that solves it is like there's a lot of quotes out there that world leaders and people say like if there's not a strong America, there's no world. Like America has to be strong. We are like. We are God. We are pretty much God.
Well, that's the thing. If we were taken down, then China would take over the rest of the world.
If we fall, because like if you look at every rationale and every war in history, like what other nation after winning World War II would have gave the fucking land back? Like if China would have won World War II, like you think they would give it back to Japan? Like here you go, thanks for killing millions of our people. Like no, we are the only people that can rationale. Like after we're done beating your ass. We can come back
and we're going to pay for it too.
It's like when you fight your brother, you beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, you beat his ass. It's like he just had to go over to Germany and Japan and be like, listen, you're looking motherfucker. No, I'm not saying like we didn't get our
here we go.
We didn't get our chest fill and everything that we wanted. Like we took all
I love feeling a nice
we took
chest,
all
dude.
of Britain.
Check his belly button out.
We took like for every battleship we gave Britain, we're like, give us all your bases. That's why we have all of Britain's bases all over the world. Like that's why we have everywhere like Britain conquered that they're now ours. Like here you go.
Right.
So like we got our fill, and then
we got screwed on the Bahama deal, but whatever.
We kind of knew we could take fucking Germany and Japan at the same time. We were just trying to get everything that we could from everybody else, and then we established ourselves. And if we fall, everything will fall.
Right.
And then we're back to square one. Like
so we're now the Iron Cross.
We're gonna have people debating 2,000 years from now, like, how the fuck did they build the Golden Gate Bridge? With dinosaurs? Like it'll be the new pyramid.
Flew sharks up.
Fucking wake up, people. It took 5,000 years. They just assembled blocks on blocks on blocks. Like they had time to get it right. Fucking pyramids and shit. Get out of here.
I got something I want to go into, but I'll save it for next week.
What is it?
No, I'll save
it
next week.
Little teaser.
Well,
yeah, we're almost 2 hours in.
We're $1.30.
Yeah,
we're $1.30. But you know, to kind of wrap up all the political stuff, dude, like it's just kind of one of those things where I think everybody here in this room and most people in this area, right, they just want life to move forward and they don't want all the bullshit, right? And we don't want all the fucking nonsense and the fake division that you see on TV, like showing that stuff. That's not what it is, dude.
No, it's not.
You know, most Americans are good, hardworking people. They go to work, they pay their taxes, which are fucking bullshit, by the way. Like,
right.
We get fucking raped over
dude, Dubai has no income tax, by the way.
Dude, we get raped over the coals with fucking
certain
taxes.
states don't either.
Yeah, and so most Americans, no matter what race, creed, religion, ethnicity, sexuality, whatever you are, most people are good, dude. But the news, the media, they like to show the fucking the
worst of the worst, the 1% of
the 0.1% of fucking trash, and that's what they like to show because that's what gets people riled up, and we're in the time now where like emotion drives almost everything, right? Like it's all emotionally based, like that's what you see a lot.
I've been crying for the last hour and a half trying to get some fucking looks on this motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, and that's
why I got glasses on.
That's what you hear from the left, right? Is it's all emotional. And the second you start dropping facts and dimes, they're like, "Oh no, but that makes so and so feel bad." I don't give a shit. It's like treat everybody well.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody, don't fucking be mean to somebody. But also, I don't have to change my beliefs because
you're upset.
Because you're upset.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, right? So it's kind of crazy. And that leads...
And let alone, like, you're not even trying to make the person upset. They're just becoming upset because they ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're like, well, no, you need to now turn what you think to my emotions. Like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
No, you be you, I'll be me, and it's fine.
And this leads me into the last thing that I had today that I saw this week that I was just like, fuck, we have to hit on this. And it's the greatest commissioner or president or like director, whatever you want to call.
Founder of Feet Finder.
Basically, yeah. But person who is in charge of like a major company, athletic, whatever you want to call it, right? Just monster thing. Dana fucking White. Dude. That guy is a fucking savage.
Yes,
dude.
He is. Did you see his fucking...
I love that motherfucker, dude. Like that shit. Did you see it, Joe?
When he was talking about Strickland? The guy that was talking to him was like, "How do you think about keeping your guys on a leash?"
Oh yeah, dude, that's exactly what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So
I've seen what Strickland did. I like Strickland. Like, he's really.
This
cool.
was a reporter.
So a reporter asked him. He asked Dana White. He's like, "So, how tight of a leash do you keep on your fighters, and what do you allow them to talk about? And he's like, and Dana White just fucking brutalized this guy. He's like, leash? What are you talking about? He's like, it's free speech, brother. People can say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't give a shit what my fighters believe and what they want to talk about. He's like,
I don't keep on a fucking leash.
He's like, they can say whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want. He's like, there's no leash here. He's like, that's a stupid question, and he just fucking goes in on this reporter. It was fucking-tastic.
Who was the?
It was awesome. That's the epitome of like a great owner.
The thing is, it is in other sports though, because who was the baseball guy that spoke his mind, and then the next day, like, it was some pitcher in the Marlins, and he had to like come out and apologize.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, you're talking about a conglomeration of all these fucking teams. I mean,
like if
they tried to shut down Rodgers about talking about the jab.
Said like, hey, I'm voting for Trump. Like,
game over. They probably bench him.
Done.
Yeah, but you look at, yes, to that point, but then you look at people like.
Well, Dana White would be like, he's still playing for me. I don't give a fuck. Where everybody would be like, the NFL would be like, he's out.
But
he's
then
not
you look
our boy.
at like Robert Kraft, the Patriots owner. He loves fucking Trump. They're buds, right? People have talked.
He was also on Epstein Island.
Yeah,
season 2.
But Robert Kraft doesn't own the NFL.
No, but he's an owner, so he's 1/32.
He's part of a club, like so, like.
Yeah, he just gets spot down on fucking. Here's a $10 million fucking
it goes,
jab
It
up your
goes
ass.
back to that fucking Illuminati shit you guys were talking about, like, and then you can deep dive into sports. Like, why do we like sports? We like competition. We like people beating the shit out of each. It's basically like, don't bore a Marine. Don't bore us. Give us shit to do. Like, we need fucking physical shit. All right, well.
Yeah,
the Romans,
fuck your buddy over there.
The Romans figured the Romans figured that out, and they built the giant coliseum where you can bet money, buy hookers, get your dick sucked in the crowd, and someone getting their head chopped off. Keep the mob.
Sounds like I want to go to that.
It's basically like the whole point of sports in this existence is
cheap hookers and mean tweets. Sign me up.
It's all about keeping the mob happy, because once they figure out that they're not happy. Like, if we didn't have football, and that's like we're at sad period. Like, oh, now I can't watch. Like, we got hockey.
We got the XFL now, baby.
I ain't watching that shit.
Got the AFL
Hockey's
too.
awesome, dude.
But I know it is awesome, but people like, you know,
if they built a Coliseum, would you guys go check it out?
Fuck yeah, I've been to the Coliseum.
No. I mean, like
where they kill people.
Yeah, fight to the death. They put some tigers in there every once in a while.
Cockfights, dude.
I don't know. The animals might get to me. Like, watching an animal rip someone apart might be a little fucking traumatic. But watching people try to stab each other, I don't know. Maybe I might do that.
Stab each other with their dicks.
How come those guys are there fucking?
Yeah,
it's the last chance we're gonna get.
He's stabbing them.
But like, going back to
handicap,
like, Goodell has to report to somebody. I mean, I don't know if it's a board or whoever it is, but somebody's running that fucking show. Somebody's running the NBA. Somebody's running something.
Goodell is the commissioner, but
the board
board is basically the 32 owners. Like the 32.
He reports to the board, which are the owners. Yes.
Yeah, the owners are the board. So he has.
So when they tried to suspend Tom Brady, all the owners came together and be like, "Yeah,
So as the commissioner, you delegate the line between the boards of keeping the NFL even on what's going on like whatever their bylaws are. I don't know. I've never read the book. But what happens though,
doesn't he hand out the suspensions?
He does. So now what happens now if one of the board members speaks out of pocket, whatever their bylaws are, I have no idea. As the commissioner, he delegates the players to the board and the board to the players. So now he can fine the owners.
Yeah.
With like, I think it has to be like 33% of what the board says. So how that works is like, say if Kraft comes out, says some racist comment or some shit, I don't know, I'm making shit up, and people are like, fuck. And even if the other board members don't want to hit him with something, through litigations and being the face of the company, he does have to get hit with a fine. And then it goes through the boards of like, the board members of like, what is the fine? What is acceptable? So on and so forth. And so he's the middleman between the players and the owners and the owners and the players.
So they're all 32 different countries, and he's like the guy and the ambassador for all of them.
Yeah, but then along the same lines, if he pisses them off, they can be like,
bye.
You're fucking out, bro. Bye, Felicia.
But that's the thing why he comes across as like everyone hates him, because he's out there making $25 million a year going, and you get a fine. Yeah, and you get a fine. You know, like, yeah.
So I wrote in my notebook too, and I don't know if we want to leave on this topic or keep going, but purpose of sports analysis. people like ESPN. Like ESPN used to be cool. Like they used to show highlights and they used to like
the commercials.
I'd be waking up eating my Fruit Loops and be like
Fruit Loops, dude.
Michael Jordan put his nuts on Karl Malone last night, and here you go, blop, and the Bulls win. That was it.
Man got nutted on.
What is this shit with
posting that home?
People that never played the game. Suits and ties, like who's the black guy? Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God, he's the worst.
Why do they?
Skip
who
Baylor
listens
or whatever.
to him?
Skip Bayless. Oh
I could say the same.
Why?
Shit
Because of the Trump of the fucking ESPN. They're gonna say what they want to get likes and just be.
So what's the point of like? Do they have a purpose? Like I was so confused. Like why do people listen to announcers?
Yeah, when I watched the good old days of Chris Berman and Stuart Scott and those guys are great.
Like people just calling out the game what they see. Like
Al Michaels.
Shit. He got up. They're not giving their 2 cents. Like, oh, Jerry Jones should do this. You don't know what the fuck Jerry Jones should do. You don't own a multi-billion-dollar fucking corporations, let alone know how to run a fucking football team.
Yeah, well, it's the hot takes, dude. Again, you're on the hot seat. They're gonna listen to it, and then it's gonna get shared. And people are like, this guy's an idiot, but it's always gonna come back to him.
It's like they're like the news of fucking sports. It's like
that's exactly what they are.
Fucking know what the fuck.
Sports announcer.
I understand that, but it's like, why? Like, why do people tune into that shit?
I think it fills the void of like, football. You see it once a week, give or take, and it's like, oh, what's going on in the league this week? And then you have your broadcasters, same shit. Like you have a fucking debate on a Monday, a presidential debate on a Monday. Next one's not till Wednesday or Friday. And then now you're going to have these asshats talking about how you should run the country and what he should say and what he should do.
I will say, though, ass hats are nice sometimes if it's a nice ass, dude. You just let it sit on your face. And
very cozy.
Just clapping. Just clapping.
It's a nice little seat.
I'm glad we can rehash last week's episode a little bit.
I'm glad that you made it this time.
Glad we, Sober Joe coming at you.
What do you do?
24/7.
Yeah.
You hit the steel, and then you'll hit the outro music.
You got any shout-outs? Anything?
I do.
Check out our shorts. Click the subscribe button. It's over here somewhere. Right here. Right here.
Feetfinder.com.
You fucking hate
Joe
that.
R.
You hate that shit.
It's funny is like everything I watch, they always say it every episode.
Oh, dude.
It's so annoying. If the fuckers like you, they will hit subscribe. You don't gotta fucking tell them.
That's not true because I like a lot of people and I don't hit subscribe. Because
I do to the ones I like.
Subscribe to me means like I gotta pay for it.
No, it means you get to see it on your feed
when I
once
hear
a week.
subscribe, I'm like, God, I gotta pay. Fuck that.
Change the word like follow.
Yeah.
That's a better word. Follow.
Okay, well,
or like.
Show them where follow is.
Like and share.
YouTube.
Here's follow.
Change subscribe to follow because you got a lot of boomers out here that think subscribe means I got to pay for this shit. For the longest time, I
thought follow.
I thought subscribe meant like.
Well, here's the thing: is when our episode's in, that follow shit doesn't even show up, so they can't even fucking find it. The episode just ends.
It just appears.
We'll have to figure out how to edit that in.
Yeah,
we'll have to look at that. Maybe you can do it on YouTube. I don't know. So shout out to us, 3 Shots Podcast. Mr.
Always.
Easy overrider underwriter sucking on your dick, running the sticks. He knows what's up. He's back in the house.
Love the sticks. Did you show him the hats?
Tummy sticks.
Those hats are sick.
Oh, dude, yeah. For all those ladies out there, this is probably what you should be doing.
Dump them out.
Dump them out, Tits out for the boys. Tits out for the boys. You know what I'm saying?
How's that song go? Dump them out. Time to bring a shout out.
I'm going to Mardi Gras. Can I borrow that hat?
And then we got for all them ladies, right? Titties and bikes. You can hop on the back. You can rub your big titties on there.
And what you don't know is when Eric means bike, he's riding his little unicycle around.
It's a tricycle, dude. It's a tricycle.
It's got training wheels. Train that ass.
Looks like the guy from Saw.
That's exactly what it looks like, dude. I put a little red on my cheeks, dude.
Yeah, again, that's probably Joe's mustache period blood coming back.
It definitely is that mustache period blood.
Do they have dye for mustache? I should make it fucking black.
It's called fucking facial hair dye,
dude. The ginge looks pretty good, dude. And there is some scientific stuff about why beards are red. I read it once because mine was like fiery red for a while. I was like, why do I look like a little fat guy from fucking Lord of the Rings? Fucking Gimli.
I could tell you that's a whole nother episode. So anyways, 3 Shots Podcast, baby. Instagram, 3 Shots PC on the Twits. Obviously, the Facebook works. We get there, find us, talk to us.
Comment on Aaron's shorts. He's putting up a lot of shorts out here.
Oh, I thought you meant like shorts. I was wearing them. Like, I got pants on, you stupid fuck. But
video shorts.
Oh, videos.
Same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, and then also YouTube. Drop us a line, man. Let us know. Send us a text. And I am a DM in my M's, M&M's. And then we'll go from there, man. Always a pleasure. And then we'll make sure that next week Joe knows what we talked about this week, so we don't have to repeat 3 weeks from then, and then it'll be the same fucking shit. But we got 2 more games of football, so it might happen again, peeps. Just stay tuned.
I'm counting on my fans to keep me updated.
Yeah. The one fan
with the comments.
One fan's your mustache hanging out.
Definitely the only fan.
.com.
Hey, that'd be great. That'd be a great website.
Check you guys out later. Thanks.
Bye.
Just hit the top red button and stop it.
The record one?
Yep. Poster roaster. Another solid epi.
Does it take a minute to stop?
Did you click it? It'll go green.
Or do you hit stop?